Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Professor Systrom, and I am reaching out to my cyber ops students. The first thing I want to say to you is this. Congratulations. You have completed your first task by uploading your documents. Kudos to you. Now, I want to also say that the first exam is officially open. You should be able to go in there and see this exam. If you cannot, please send me an email and say, hey, Professor, I'm having some issues with seeing an exam. And I will reach out to you with a Zoom link. You already have the Zoom link, so make sure you keep that one. And we will have a meetup to see what's wrong on your end, or it may be my end. So we'll do that. Now, if I come here and click on assessment, it pretty much shows me that the exam is open. As you can see, it says 7/12 to 7/18. So you have all the way till the 18th to complete this exam. Have at it. Go ahead and take the exam. Now, I have some people who are emailing me their labs. So with that, I thought I'll do another lab, but this time I'm gonna walk through all the steps, completing the lab as well as showing you how to upload the lab and send it to me via this portal here. Not email it to me. Do not worry. If you already emailed it to me, that's cool. But let's work on going forward in the future so we don't make these mistakes. So the lab that I will be completing will be this lab here. It's called Learning the Details of Attacks. Now, most of you already completed it, but I want to show you how I do my labs, and then if you haven't completed the lab that way, you can go back and do it the way I am doing it so you can show me. Most of you gonna answer the questions, but I want a little more. I want to see what you are actually doing. Now I want to show you what I go through. So of course, the first thing I do is read the lab, learning the details of the attacks, research and analyze IoT application vulnerabilities, conduct a search of the IoT application, etc., etc., etc. It tells me the Internet of Things consists of digitally connected devices. It tells me that including our homes, offices, cars. In other words, what they're saying is that with the new Internet of Things that's happening, your refrigerator can possibly be a smart device. Your cell phone, a smart device. Your TV, a smart device. And that's all because IPv6 and the Internet of Things. All these things now have what we call an IP address attached to it. So that makes it a smart device. It says here, however, IoT devices are particularly vulnerable to security threats, meaning that in truth now, hackers have so many opportunities to hack your home, to hack your business, to hack your car if you got a smart car. So there's so many opportunities out there right now for hackers. So with that being said, we want to do some research on the Internet of Things. Now it says here we want to answer these particular questions. The first question is, what is the vulnerability? Who might exploit it? Explain, etc., etc. Why does the vulnerability exist? It wants us to go use a search engine. But from that point of view of using a search engine, so you don't run into any problems, we don't want you using a search engine on your computer. Don't do that. In this class, you want to get used to the virtual environment because that's where your protections will be. So use the VM. So the VM, I'm gonna pull it over here, pull this down, put it over there, and pull the VM over here. So this VM that I'm using right here is a course called Cyber Ops Workstation. This should be one of the VMs that you currently have downloaded and installed. And I'm gonna go in there and check your work, and I'm gonna grade you on that. So make sure you actually completed the task, which I know you did, so don't worry. So I want to use the search engine within here. Take some time to open up your VirtualBox and look in here. Now, if you look at my virtual setup, you see I have a plethora of VMs in here that I use on a consistent basis. Of course, I'm a professor. I'm teaching classes all the time. So you see I have Cyber Ops Workstation, Kali Linux, Security Onion, etc., etc., etc. Okay? I know you guys getting tired of me saying etc. I'm getting tired of saying it myself. I don't know why. But anyway, moving forward. So let me drop that down. But we want you to come here and use this. Listen to me, students. Make this your new home. Do all your work in here. Even if you on your computer just doing basic work, open this up and get used to it. The more you get used to the tools that you will be using to become a cyber op associate or work in a cyber op environment, the more you get used to these tools, the better you will be. If you keep jumping from your computer into here to do the work, only the work, and then jump back to your computer, you're not showing the discipline of what a security expert would do. A security expert has a system set up that's totally secure. And that's what we're trying to put you in. Let me say that again. We're trying to put you in an environment that is secure. Think. You're going to be doing some really heavy lifting in this class. Don't get hacked in the process, okay? Stick with me on this. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and click here. I am in a protected environment. If someone chose to hack me right now, they will come directly in here and it wouldn't affect me, okay? And as you see, I got multiple things open up in here. So that means I've been playing around inside of this environment. I want to get myself used to working within the environment. Now in this lab, I'm going to answer a few questions. Then I'm going to move to how you should upload the lab, etc., etc., etc. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to look over here. And it says here, using your favorite search engine, conduct a search of the Internet of Things, vulnerabilities. So it wants me to search for IoT vulnerabilities. So I'm going to go in here and just simply do this. I am simply just going to copy and paste. Okay, so you saw me just put this in here on Firefox. Good, it jumped to Google, which is okay. And you see you have a plethora of things about the Internet of Things. Try not to click on the ads. That just takes you into a bunch of stuff. Look for articles that you can help you understand it, but try to stay away from the ads. So here go an article right here from Trend Micro. Let's see what they have in there. And it's talking about smart yet flawed IoT devices, whatever. Then you got IoT devices here. So you got quite a few articles you can use. Now, let me show you what the first thing I'm gonna do is this. And this is what I want you to do, because I want to know where you're getting your information from so I can know that you're actually doing the work. The first thing I want you to do when you find something that's important is give me a snapshot of it, okay? So if I bring this over here and stretch it down just a little. Let me see if I can move it. Yes, I can. So this particular information, let's say this is one of the answers to my question. One of the questions says, what is the vulnerability? So let's pretend like, how do devices vulnerabilities affect users? Let's say this was the answer. I will go down here and get a snapshot. And from that snapshot, if it comes up, there it is. I will highlight the information and save it as just document 1 or just 1. Okay, so I'm gonna come here to the desktop, and I want everything to be like that. Show me what you're doing so I can see the work. If I see the work, I know you actually put the time in. So I'm gonna say save. Now we're gonna pretend like I did the entire document. I'm gonna close this, and I'm gonna bring the document back over. Okay, now that I have the document over here, I'm gonna click right here, and I will type my answer in. Pretend like this is my answer. That's my answer. But up under my answer, I will do this. I'll go to insert right here, and then from insert, I know I already showed you guys this, but I'm just doing it again. I'll click here and I'll say this device, okay? And on my desktop, I'll look for that particular document, and there it is right there, and then I'll paste it. Now I have the document and the information. I answered the question, I clicked here, put my information in there, so that makes it easy for the professor to say, yeah, this guy did the work, or a person did the work, great. Now, another thing that I would want from you is to click up here, see how that highlighted? Copy that, bring it back over here, and then put that in too. Put it right next to your answer. Because in the professional world, you want to give credit to the individuals that you actually retrieve the information from. And then you want to do what we call cite your resources. That's heavy in the academic world. Cite your resources. Now, it's a whole way to do the citing and stuff like that. I don't need you to do it professionally like we do in the academic world. I just need to be able to see where you retrieve that information from. Now I want to go here. So let's just look at the questions again. First question, what is the vulnerabilities? You answer that. You gave me cited the resource where you received it from, and then you went here and posted it. Like I said, in the academic world, we want to be professional about citing our resources. This is the way I want you to do it for now. I'm going to show you the professional way later, or the academic way. Why does the vulnerability exist? The same thing, and what could be done to limit the vulnerability, okay? Now, don't worry about what you sent me. The first part of this class was to get you to send me the information. Now, going forward, this is how you will do all of your documents, okay? Let me finish up though. So I'm gonna click File. I'm gonna say Save As. My name at the end of it. Okay, I'm just gonna put Professor here for now. Okay, put your name at the end of the document. This is how I teach my students to do in the classroom. When you complete the document, put your name at the end so I'll know it's you. Because I get so many documents. So, you know, be professional. Okay, then I'm going to close the document. Now, the document is on the desktop, so I'm going to go back to the Netacad lab to find that document. I'm here. Now, from a student's point of view, I'm going to do this as though you are the person doing it from a student's point of view. So I'm going to change this to a student's point of view, and I'm going to come down here. You see, here's the module here, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and click on here. It will bring me to this place here. Now, after this, if you send me your documents in my email, I'm going to know you don't need to be in this class, because this here is really simple now. Don't worry about the past. Let's move forward. Add submission. Okay, so we add submission. Then I'm simply going to click here to go find the document. You know I put it on my desktop, so I'm going to say choose file. And of course I put it on my desktop, and I can come right here to the desktop. It's over here. So I'm going to click on it. You see Professor right there, and then I'm going to click open. Now, you can put a little comment in there if you want to. You don't have to. Just click upload. There's the document. Now, many of you have did this and you were spot on. You got it absolutely right. The next phase would be just to simply save it. And there it is. Simple, right? Not hard at all. Easy. Good work, good work, good work. And then I can go in there and check it out later. And that's from a student point of view. So I just wanted to briefly go over that. Now, just to recap, what I just went through is 1, please use your cyber operations VM to do your work in. Stop using your personal computer. Go into CyberOps. Get used to the tools we're providing to you. 2, make sure you upload your documents in these particular folders here so I can have it. Most of you are knocking it out. You're doing great. But for one person who's not doing it, now you know what to do. 3, do your exam. We're just doing a backtrack. Do your exam. It is open now. If you have a problem, shoot me an email. 4, email me everybody, even if you're already doing it, and say, hey, professor, understand, got it, no problem. Please do that so I know we all in accord with each other. And the very last thing is this. You will see me rolling out each one of these labs. Now that I know you know what to do, I'm going to start doing each one of these labs. I'm going to try to stay behind you because I want you to do it before you see me do it, but I'm still going to roll them out. With that being said, this is Professor Sistrunk. I enjoyed my time with you today, and I'll see you in the next vlog.